Here we have a third question. So what is my third question? D 2 comma 1. What is D? D is 2 comma 1. E minus 1 comma minus 3. And 4 comma 5 are the midpoints of BC, CA, AB respectively. Right? So of triangle ABC. Then the vertex A is what? Then the vertex A is what? Am I clear? So there they were asking you about finding the vertex of A. Correct? Let's draw the figure first. Okay? So just a minute. So this is my triangle. Correct? This is my triangle. So let me take a triangle ABC. ABC. Okay, so here if I plot D, BC, CA, so this is my C vertex, CA, this is my E and this is my F, right? E and F. So how you are going to find out here? It's your wish, you can draw. Let me take ABC as a triangle. Okay, ABC is a triangle. First one, AB's midpoint is D. I have plotted. Next, AB's midpoint is D and BC is F. Somehow I have plotted AB, BC, CA. So just plot here. AB midpoint are the midpoints of BC. D is a midpoint of BC. So I need to change a bit diagram here. Okay. Basically I can take in anything if I want, because here he did not mention any word like prospectively. So I can take in any aspect if I want. But you want a clarity, right? So let me take a diagram A, B and C. Okay. A, B and C. So what is the midpoint of BC? BC is here. BC midpoint is D, right? Next, CA midpoint is E, right? Next, this is F. So D vertex are given like 2 comma 1. D vertex is given as 2 comma 1, correct? Next, E vertex is given like minus 1 comma minus 3. Yes. Next, F vertex is given by 4 comma 5. F vertex is given by 4 comma 5. So now what I need to find out here? I need to find out the vertex of A. I need to find out the vertex of A. Let's begin the process. Okay. So if I take this vertex, if I need to find the value of A, let me take my particular A value is x1, y1 and let B vertex is x2, y2. Let C vertex is x3, y3. So my target is I need to find out the value of x1 comma y1 is equal to how much? Because in the question you need to find the vertex A, right? Yes or no? So from the figure it is clearly mentioned AB's midpoint is F. Similarly E is the midpoint of AC. Correct? So what I am going to do? Can I use midpoint formula? Yes, if I am having two vertices, I can obviously use the midpoint formula, right? So what I am going to get from here? So from the first AB, we have x1 plus x2 by 2, which is equal to how much? 4. So x1 plus x2 is equal to 8. Let it be first equation. Similarly, y1 plus y2 is equals to, y1 plus y2 is equal to 5. 5 into 2 is equal to 10. Let it be second equation. Similarly, we have D is a midpoint of BC. D is a midpoint of BC. Correct? So what I am going to do now? Similarly, we also write x2 plus x3 by 2 is equal to 2. From this we are going to get x2 plus x3 is equal to 2 2 is a 4. Correct. Next, y2 plus y3 by 2 is equal to how much? 1. From this what we are going to get? y2 plus y3 is equal to 2. Correct? We are done with this event. Next, similarly also we have E is a midpoint of what figure? E is a midpoint of AC. Simply I am applying here midpoint formula, right? So what is the midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Correct? Yeah. So what I am going to get? What is this? x1 plus x3 by 2. Yeah. x1 plus x3 by 2 is equal to how much? What is the vertex I am having? -1. Right. So from this what I am going to get? x1 plus x3 is equal to -2. Let this be third equation. Let this be fourth equation, fifth equation. Right. Similarly, also we have y1 plus y3. Correct? So what is the next formula? y1 plus y3, transform 2 to that side, what I will have? 2 into -3 is -6. So this will be my sixth equation. So totally I got 6 equations if I apply the concept of a midpoint formula. But what I am going to find out from this is very simple. I need to find out x1, y1 because I don't know other vertices. In the question they were asked us only about to find out x1 and y1. Correct. So what I am going to do from these equations, if I solve my first equation and third equation, what I am going to get from this? See, first and fifth equation. Let me take first and fifth equation or whatever you want. Solve 1 and 5. Anything you can do. x1 plus x2 is equal to 8. What is the fifth equation? x1 plus x3 is equal to -2. Right. So subtract these equations, minus and this will be plus. Plus x1 and minus x1 will get cancelled. So what is the leftover part? x2 minus x3 is equal to 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Correct. So I got another equation. Similarly, also what I have? So this, let it be equation number 7. So I am also having equation number 3. What is equation number 3? Solve third and seventh equation. So what I am going to get? x2 minus x3 is equal to 10 and x2 plus x3 is equal to 4. Right. So add these both equations. We are going to have 2 times of x2 is equal to 10 plus 4 is 14. So what is the value of x2? 14 divided by 2 is 7. But I want x1, not x2. Correct. So substitute in any one of these equations. Substitute in the first equation. Substitute in equation 1. So what I am having? x1 plus x2 is equal to 8. So x2 is 7 here. Transpose 7 to that side. 8 minus 7 is 1. So what is my x1? A value here I got x1 y1 as A value is 1. So still we are left over with finding the value of y coordinate of A vertex. So just imagine this particular process is taking a lot of time. Correct? It is taking a lot of time. Yes or no? So for that particular thing, I am going to have a shortcut. Yes. You have listened absolutely correct. We do have shortcuts even for this trick. So what is the vertex here you are finding here? See? You are finding this particular vertex. Correct? Whatever the vertex you are finding, what are the line segments which are connecting A? Obviously A, B and AC. Correct? So this will be my x1, y1. This will be my x2, y2. I am telling you the shortcut. Okay? This is different process. First method is so done. First method is done. You are taking a lot of time to solve this type of question, right? So what I am going to do, I am telling you a shortcut. Okay, so if you want, I'll tell you in the other page. Okay, let me take other page. Just a minute. So I'll tell you the shortcut for this. Here you need to find A, B, C. What is the vertex here you got? D 2, 1, F 4, 5. Right? Just a minute. This is D 2, 1, F 4, 5. And what is E? Minus 1, what is E? Minus 1, minus 3. Correct. Here I am having other method, shortcut technique for this. Yeah. You need to find the vertex of A, x1, y1. Right? This you need to find out. A, x1, y1. So what is the vertex A? A containing what are the line segments? What are the two line segments which contains the vertex A? Can you tell me? Yes, it is AB and AC. Correct? This and this. Yes or no? So whatever the vertices are connecting this, you are finding the vertex A. So I am talking with respect to A position. ఏ వర్టెక్స్ అయితే మీరు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ వర్టెక్స్ ఏ రెండు లైన్ సెగ్మెంట్స్ని కనెక్ట్ అయ్యాయో చూసుకోవాలి. అంటే ఈ రెండు లైన్ సెగ్మెంట్స్ని కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉన్నాయి. యాడ్ దీస్ టుగెదర్. Right, so this will be my x1 y1, this will be my x2 y2, this will be my x3 y3. So my particular shortcut is x1 plus x2 minus x3 to find out vertex A. Similarly, what is y coordinate? y1 plus y2 minus y3. Let's check it out. It's shortcut. So x1 plus x2, 4 minus 1. Let me take vertex A. 4 minus 1. So how you are going to find 4 minus 1 and what is x3 plus minus 2. Correct? Similarly, what is y1 plus y2? 5. What is y2? Minus 3. What is y3? Minus 1. So what I am going to have? 4 minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. 5 minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. 4 minus 3 is plus 1, 5 minus 4 is plus 1. I guess did you got the same thing which you have solved in the lengthy method? Did you get the same thing, right? Now, but you may get confused what are the vertices you have to consider here x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. For suppose I am here to remove that confusion. For suppose you are finding the vertex A. Okay. So you are finding the vertex A. First check it. What are the two line segments which contains this particular vertex? AB and AC. So this will become x1, y1. This will become x2, y2. First suppose if you are finding the vertex B. Okay. B contains which two line segments? AB and BC. So this will become x1, y1. This will become x2, y2. Simple. Understood? So this is how the shortcut will be created. So let's solve one more question in a shortcut way so that you'll get practiced with the next problem, right? If you want to solve in a lengthy process, that is also fine, better. But being a advanced or foundation student, you need to always learn along with concept. You also have a little bit tricky shortcut techniques, right? So that it will help you to save your time. Yes or no? Chalo? Yeah. So let's solve one more question on the same problem so that you will get practiced. Here, as usual, again D, E and one more point is there are the midpoints of BC, CA and ABC. Then you need to find the vertices of B and C. In the last question, they were only asked you about A. In this question, they were asking you about to find out the vertices of B and C. Right? So, let's draw the figure first. let me take a diagram A, B, C. A, B and C. Right. So what is my first point here they have given? Let me take 4, 5 is the first point, random point. Here they didn't mention you any kind of respectively. So I can take as per on my wish, right? 4, 5 and what are the other 2 points? 2, 1. So right. So D is 2, 1 and what is the other point? E is -1, -3. Let this be F. Okay. Am I clear? So I have taken a diagram. I plotted the midpoints and now I need to find the vertex of B as well as C. Correct. B as well as C. So let's find out the vertex B. Vertex B I need to find out. So what is the shortcut I have told you? You can prefer, once imagine in the last question you are just finding the vertex of A. For that you have taken a lot of time. Now they were asking 2 vertices even. In that case preferring shortcut is much better. So what is the formula? x1 plus x2 minus 3. Correct. So what are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 right now? I am representing with other color so that you won't have any confusions. So B, my particular B vertex is here, right? So you need to find this. We have AB and BC. So either of these both you can take x1, y1 and x2, y2 on your own wish. Chalo. So let this be x1, y1 and let this be x2, y2. This is x3, y3 in finding B vertex. 4 plus 2. Let me substitute 4 plus 2. What is my third vertex? -1. Minus of minus plus 1. So 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Done. Next, you also find the coordinate of y. What we have? y1 plus y2 minus 3. Correct? So basically you should not represent like this. It should a single point, right? y1 plus y2 minus 3. Correct. What you are going to have here? Tell me. What is y1? y1 tell me. 5 plus what is y2? 1 minus what is y3? Minus of minus plus 3. Bracket close. 5 plus 1 6. 6 plus 3 9. It's 7, 9. Yeah, we have in the first option. Similarly, they were asking us even to find out the vertex C. Vertex C. Now tell me what is the answer of vertex C. I'll represent it with other color. C. Vertex C is containing here BC and AC. BC and AC. So what will be the x1, y1 and what will be the x2, y2? Tell me. As usual, this is my vertex C. You can take any one of these both. x1, y1, x2, y2. 2 minus of first one. Formula. x1 is 2. What is plus? What is x2? Minus 1. Minus x3. What is x3? Minus 4. Minus 4. I hope I am clear with it. See, vertex C gurinchi chustunappudu I'll represent with an other diagram. Just see here. A, B, C. I am talking about vertex C. This is my point 2, 1 and this is my point -1, -3 and this is my point 4, 5. So if I am finding the vertex C, this will be my x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. You can take any one of these both. ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏమైనా మార్చుకోవచ్చు మీ ఇష్టం. That shortcut. So x1, y1, x2, y2. 2 minus 1, right? x1 plus x2. 2 minus 1 minus x3, which is -4. Next one. y1 plus y2. 1 minus 3, correct? What is y1? 1 minus 3. Next you have minus 5. So what is the answer? 2 minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. 1 minus 3 minus 8 is minus 8. Plus 2 minus 5. What is the value? Which is minus 3. 1 plus 1 minus 8, which is minus 7. Minus 3 comma minus 7 you got here. Let's check. Somehow it is minus 3 comma you have to get actually plus 7. Let's check it out once. Vertex C, y1 plus y2. This is 1. y1 plus y2. 1 minus 3 minus 5. 1 minus 3 minus 5. y1 plus y2. This should be somewhere, it should be minus 7. Okay, just careful of this. Actually in the options it should be getting minus 3 comma minus 7. In that case both the options A and B should possible, right? Avuna kada? Right. So am I clear with this? Chalo, we'll be getting back to next one. The vertices of triangle AB and C, the vertices of triangle ABC are, what are the vertices? A is minus 1 comma 3, B is 1 comma 1 and C value is 5 comma 1. C value is 5 comma 1. Here you have 3 vertices, right? So what I am going to finding here, the length of median to AB. How do you define median? Median is nothing but, for suppose if you are taking the vertex A, right, how do you define median? If you are dropping any line segment from A to the remaining vertices, it should become exactly a midpoint of BC. So let this point be D. Then AD line segment is called median. I will repeat again. For suppose if you are take line segment from any vertex, you can drop out from B, you can drop out from C, your wish, right? Median is such type of thing. If you are dropping from vertex A, if you are dropping any line segment from vertex A on the opposite remaining sides of two vertices, right, two vertices, then this particular AD line segment should exactly divide the line segment BC in the ratio BD is to DC equally, right? BD is to DC equally. Then we can say AD is an median. AD is a median. Correct. So now they were asking us to find out the length of AD. They were asking us to find out length of AD. How? How we can find? Already we are aware of the vertex A. If I just find out the vertex D, then we can use the distance formula. It's very simple, right? So, but how we can find out the distance formula? We know the distance formula, right? If you have 2 points, under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? So what I am going to do from here, right? So first find out the vertex D. This is distance. What I am going to find out vertex D? How? D is actually becoming, it is the midpoint of, BC. So what is the midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Am I correct? If any point is exactly locating at the midpoint, joining two vertices x1, y1 and x2, y2, then we have midpoint formula like this. So here we have 2 points here. So what is the value of D from here? Tell me. 1 plus 5, 6 by 2 and 1 plus 1, 2 by 2. So what is the thing I am going to get? 6 divided by 2 is 3, 2 by 2 is 1. So we got D vertex as 3, 1. Now Apply the length. I need to find length of AD. Length of AD. Just apply x1 y1 and x2 y2 in this formula. So what is x2? This is x1 y1. This is x2 y2. Correct? So what is x2 here? 3 minus, what is x1 here? Minus 1. 3 minus of minus 1 is plus 1 whole square. Correct? Plus, what is y2 here? Y2 here is 1. 1 minus 3. Correct? 1 minus 3 whole square. So 3 plus 1, 4 square is 16. 1 minus 3 minus 2 whole square is 4. Root 16 plus 4. Root 16 plus 4 is root 20. So we are getting the value is root 20 over here, which is option none. Which is option none, right? So which is option none. I hope everybody are clear with this, whatever I have discussed up to 5 questions. In the next session, we are going to solve the next part of worksheet. Until and unless I also ask you to solve the problems on your own. If it is not comes, we'll do it in the next part. Thank you. Bye-bye.